was when I came from Mexico, my parents didn't really let me go out because we didn't really know the neighborhood or anything, and my dad heard about a bunch of bad rumors about it being dangerous and stuff, and he wouldn't let me go out. But in Mexico, I even got lost in the city like 5 times, and I still made it home, and they would still let me go out because they knew like how to get around and where I would be. It's just, yeah.
Tony?
I feel like, well, for my parents, they don't trust the outer world that they don't know, like he said, like Michael said. They feel like things are, for some reason, they feel like here in the United States, things are much more easy accessible, easier. I don't know how to say that, but yeah. But my parents prefer us to stay home and watch a movie and slouch around instead of actually going outside and hanging out with friends because they don't trust what's outside our house. So I think that's a main factor of the whole TV laziness.
Cruz and then Alex.
I guess coming from, most people here, they either came from Mexico or, their parents came from Mexico, and, my dad did, but I didn't really live with him. I lived with my mom, and we grew up in a pretty not great neighborhood, but, it was still to the point where, we would go out in the street and play, and it would be, all the neighborhood kids, and, it was different from, the stories I'm hearing from them, because, when I was younger, I could pretty much go from the end of the block to wherever I wanted, and we could go play kickball in the middle of the street. And yesterday, I was out at my dad's house for his birthday, and we played kickball again, but it was in his neighborhood, and he lives in a richer neighborhood, and we had to actually leave the street and go down to the park because he was oh, you're gonna hit someone's car or something like that. And on the street I lived on with my mom before, it was we didn't care. You hit a car with the ball, it's okay, And I guess I don't know, where they're coming from is different from where I'm coming from. That's just
very interesting. So was it your father that was worried?